It's the 28th of January, 1985, 5 o'clock in the morning. What began with riots in Berlin and a unit of East German defectors is turning into a rout for the Warsaw Pact forces in Europe. A decisive air battle has been won by NATO over the skies of Germany and Austria, with massive casualties for the Soviet Air Force as scores of American F-15s rack up massive tallies of downed enemy aircraft. It is the largest and most one-sided air battle since the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot from the Second World War, as the technological backwardness of both Soviet aircraft as well as their command and control are laid catastrophically bare. By 5 a.m. on the 28th, NATO has virtually complete control of the skies over Germany, and it has become clear to every onlooker that Russia's gambit has failed spectacularly in just a single month. A large force of Soviet amphibious troops has become encircled at Hamburg, and in the east, NATO armoured divisions have broken out and are rolling quickly across the East German border. Vast quantities of equipment and vehicles lie abandoned on roadsides and in fields, as the Soviets and their allies make a disorderly withdrawal towards Poland. In Poland itself, however, things are faring little better, as sporadic reports begin to come out of the country, informing the world that the pro-Soviet government has been overthrown by an armed revolt in Warsaw, and fighting continues around the capital, even as exhausted and battered troops pour back across the border from Germany. All eyes are now on Moscow, as rumours begin to circulate about further unrest in the Caucasus and the Baltic states, but no official statement is forthcoming, as the Kremlin itself is blanketed in a radio silence that is concerning to many. On the sea, the Red Fleet continues to fight a desperate and futile war against NATO supply convoys. The cream of their submarine force lies at the bottom of the ocean, and they continue to bring hopelessly outdated old submarines out of mothballs to make up the difference, with crews that are poorly trained reservists coerced into the submarine service without a choice. The surface fleet has been decimated too, with at least a few scouts belonging to HMS Tireless, who, at this moment, lurks in the waters south of the Faroe Islands. Captain Cook takes some time to rest in his bunk while they wait for their scheduled climb to communications depth for his new orders. Within the quiet hull of HMS Tireless, life continues much as it has done throughout his career as a submariner. Outside, the entire world order as everyone knows it is rapidly collapsing into pieces, but down here, the crew eat their meals, play uckers, and pass the time in whatever way they can. Cook ponders the latest Times crossword, and the waiting goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to Cold Waters, where the cold waters are getting decidedly warm lately, honestly. Welcome back, everybody, to the HMS Tireless campaign. It's not Trafalgar anymore, it's Tireless. Tireless has gotten her first victories under our command by sinking a whole bunch of coastal vessels and an underway replenishment ship, which turned out to be a little easier than I thought it would be, actually, once we finally got rid of those pesky escorts. Anyway, apparently that was just the starter. That was a plate of hors d'oeuvres compared to what we have to do now, which is try and sink a Soviet aircraft carrier task force, which is apparently going to pass through grid Blue 44 over here at some point, which is perilously close to Russian territory and perilously close to a bunch of Russians right now, which are probably going to go chasing after us as soon as I hit the unpause button. So that's good. I feel compelled to save, even though I already have, but just in case we get some crashes or weirdness. Stay away from me, Ivan. Were those planes going to spot me? It looks like they didn't, because Ivan did not change course. Oh, there's more of them on the way. You slide on by, my friend. I'm not interested. Oh god, we've been spotted. And there it goes! Look at him go! They're so fast! Oh god, I've just been intercepted by a submarine. Oh, for crying out loud. I don't have the ammunition for this. Our speed is 20... No. Oh no. Action stations, everybody. Oh, okay then. Saved by the error message. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? This time without the error message. I did decide to close the game rather than continue anyway, even though that's an option, because as it says, the best option is to close the game. And I have just hit continue in the past on earlier campaigns, and I do find you start introducing a slippery slope of more and more and more bugs and errors as you go on. So I think it's best to possibly try and avoid that. So here we go again. Although now I have the knowledge, I have the gift of prophecy, and I know that the Soviet task force is probably going to pass a little further to the south this time. Uh-oh. No, get away. Shove off. Be gone. Sod off. Go away. Good grief. Just slip on by. There we go. There they are! Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Our speed is 5 knots, okay. Okay, this is going to be a torpedoes only situation. Missiles will be of no use here. Missiles are of no more use here. Fly, you fools! Right, yeah, it's going to be torps only. Let's have a moss loaded, 3 tigerfish, and a few prayers to the Almighty wouldn't go amiss either.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet, straight away, please. Conditions: we have a moderate layer. Praise be.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 148. Designated depth 100.
The submarine gods have been kinder to us this day.
Sonar, new contact
so far.
140.
Not like last time where we just started off by
new contact bearing 1. Come left 2.
getting hit by a barrage of Rastrid bees. That was a little bit cheeky.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 1.
Alright, let's find out what you are. Let's get this started. Let's do the identification dance.
Con sonar, new contact bearing
Udaloy.
144. Designated Sierra 6.
Ooh, it's a Kiev.
Sonar, new contact
Okay.
bearing 104.
It's one of the big
Designated
ones.
Sierra 7.
I thought it'd be a Moskva. It's a Kiev.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 113.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Sierra 8.
What's this one? This isn't another whale, is it? Is it whale season out here?
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing
It's a car.
1,
I've not encountered that or an
4,
Udaloy
contact
before in this
rated.
campaign. I have no idea what they are. Oh god, the active pinging has already begun. If we're lucky, they still don't know where we are, though. What about you?
Con, helm, steady course.
You might be a sub. I'm on a submarine. I think you might be a foxtrot. Yes, indeed. Oh, no, it's not. It actually isn't. Close, but it's not. I think this one might be a trawler. I think it might be a trawler. A trawler that's in the vicinity of a friggin'... Yeah, it's in the vicinity of a friggin' carrier task force. What are you doing out here, mate? What about you? You are a little more difficult to pin down. Oh, it could be a Victor 3. But no, one of the lines is just slightly off. Could be a Charlie 1. Why would a Charlie 1 be doing it? No, there's another line here.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 141.
You're a bastard, you are. What are you? I actually don't know. Let's switch to something else. It's easier to identify. Come on. Crested 2.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
You look like an escort as well. SorcererDave. That's an old destroyer, isn't it?
Is classified as
Alright, what the hell is Sierra 8? What are you? A partisan? No, it's not that either. It's close, but... Ah! A merchant. It's just a regular old merchant. Oh, for
sonar. Sierra 8 is classified
pity's sake.
as merchant.
Come right to.
Okay, we're starting to get a clearer picture here. We need to turn around for one thing, I think. Oh, we've got Sierra 4 as well. What are you? You might be a submarine. I don't know though. Ooh. No, not a Yankee, surely. No, I've got my lines mixed up. So I was gonna, what the hell is he doing here? Supposed to be hiding under the Arctic ice somewhere. There you are. SorcererDave.
Is classified as
Mosquito missiles. Supersonic ramjet-powered anti-ship cruise missile. Well, we don't have to worry about that at least, not unless I surface. But he does have USET-80 torpedoes. So the Kiev has a towed array, all the nice sensors, P6 missiles, ship land attack missile, 665-3s, RBU-6000s. Let's have a look at this beast. There it is. Hello. It's not like an American supercarrier, but it's still quite a beast. Beast of a ship. Yeah, got a bunch of helicopters on there. I did already see some dipping sonar shenanigans going on around here earlier. Oh, yep, there's one right there. So there's the Kiev. That is our primary target, everybody. It has a speed of 32 knots, so at least it can't quite outrun a tigerfish. Yeah, tracking this guy's going to be tough. Depends on how deaf his escorts are, but it looks like to me he's got some good ones. An Udaloy. 35 knots. Rastra Bs, USET-80s, RBU-6000s. It's pretty sophisticated sensors, judging by these numbers here. The SorcererDave, significantly poorer. The Kara, that's another new one. Something about that profile looks quite state-of-the-art to me, I gotta be honest.
Con, helm, steady course.
Enlarged, improved alternative, derivative even, the Cresta 2. Okay. So yeah, Rastra Bs again. 665-3s. So it's, if we're staying down at 600 meters, which is such a nice thing to be able to do. It's one of the most magnificent things about the Trafalgar. The only things that can really hurt us is the SorcererDave and the other SorcererDave with their USET-80 torpedoes. Theoretically. Theoretically. How fast is the Kiev going right now? 20 knots. Well, yeah, it's not hanging about, is it? Alright, a few of these guys have towed arrays. There's no point in trying to sneak up behind them. Why have we... I said 600. I was very emphatic on that, boys. See, this is the tricky bit. How do we catch up and get within firing range?
Come left to.
Because the game has, for once, not started me off directly in their path. But on this occasion, that presents us with some issues. Namely, it's getting away from us, and I need to catch up without being heard. Where's the seafloor at today? Nice and deep. That's good, at least. I should have probably checked that before going down to 600. But never mind. The moderate layer will help us today. And right now, we're so far away that they can't hear shite. They really can't. So let's...
helm, steady course.
Let's make like a World War II submarine here. Let's head this way. At a good clip.
Come right to. 2, 6,
They're doing 20
0.
knots. Let's do 25.
Turns for 2, 0 knots. Maneuvering up.
And hope that helicopter doesn't go after us.
5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 161. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5.
Gonna have to drop to quiet every now and again to check on what these guys are up to, but my assumption is that they will continue going this way. And so what I want to do is I want to try and skip out ahead in front of them a bit, and then close in, and then attack them from the side, just like attacking a World War II convoy almost. This is the textbook way to conduct a submarine attack on service ships. I rarely get the opportunity to do it in this game though, because the game has, as I've said, an interesting habit of dropping you directly in front of the enemy in their path.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 153.
Going at this speed, it's difficult to keep track of these boys, but we're somehow managing it to an extent. In fact, our solution on the Kiev is remarkably good.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 146. Contact faded. Con sonar
Alright,
lost contact.
the Udaloy, when we last saw it, was getting perilously close to hearing us, actually. I'm gonna drop to ultra quiet here and have a listen.
Con sonar regained.
Deploy the towed array.
Con sonar regained contact on.
What are you all
Sierra
doing?
8, bearing 085.
Where's the Kara at? That was the one that was looking like a bit of a problem earlier. Oh, there he is. Okay. This is tough. This is kind of tough. So at the minute, if you look at where the max range for our Tigerfish is, it's not great. Shooting from this far away would be difficult, because as soon as they hear it coming, they're going to turn in a completely different direction, and then it would have been a wasted torpedo. Other options, I suppose, include firing off a decoy. We've got 2 left. I could fire off a decoy like this direction or something, and see if a bunch of escorts decide to go for it. I don't know. I've only got 2 left, is the thing. So if I had 4, if I had the full complement of 4 Mosses, I'd probably give it a try. But yeah. I think I'm just gonna go ahead full for a little while. Try and skip out a bit further in front. So let's retract that towed array and give it some welly.
Turns for 3, 2.
I hope this is not a bad idea. Out of curiosity, how are the stats looking on these? As long as we maintain our distance, I think we might be okay. Doing 31 knots, assuming the Kiev is there.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 6.
Yeah, I think he's at -8 on his passive, 0 on the towed.
Con sonar regained
Look at the old Udaloy, shall we?
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3.
The helipad on the back. Quite a sleek looking ship, as Soviet ones go. Alright. I think we could probably just about manage to go ahead full tilt here. Maybe drop it down to 30 instead of just 32 for that little extra margin of error.
3, 0.
But I think we might be okay if we just carry on like this.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 1.
Plenty of maps still to go.
9. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3.
The thing is, we need to get out in front of them so that we have time to close in at slow speed without them going straight past us. Because right now, if I turned down here and decided to go drop to, say, like 10 or 5 knots and go slowly down this way to get closer, what would happen is by the time I got to, like, here, they'd be here. That would not be very helpful.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 131.
Well, I don't know, actually, it could be worse. Shooting at these guys from the back might not be a terrible idea. Just a big spread.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 149.
It'd be risky going this fast, but we need to, I think.
Come right to 269, helm aye.
I think we need to zig when they zig and zag when they zag here.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 141.
That dipping
Con
sonar,
lost contact. Sierra
that
4, last
worries me a
bearing
bit.
139. Contact faded.
But the ships down here don't seem to have, I mean, they're dropping one there now. They don't seem to have shown a huge amount of change in tactics, so...
Last bearing 136.
How many choppers do they have? They got 2. One of them... Oh, 3! Actually, I think they have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, they have 4 helicopters. Oh boy.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 135. Contact faded.
Come left to 258.
That crest of
helm
3
aye.
were there, which he's probably not. He still wouldn't be able to hear us good.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing
Even the Kiev can't.
132. Con
Hear us.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 133. Contact faded.
Okay, we are starting to skip out in front now, which is good. You guys turning back this way? I shall do the same.
Come right to 268, helm aye.
And we're getting perilously close to the edge of the map there. I don't know, we're not that close to it, but still, it's just something to be aware of.
Sierra 3, last bearing 128. Contact faded.
Their ultimate destination will be off here somewhere, so I want to get them before that.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 127. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 135. Contact faded.
So it's about,
Con
let's say about
sonar
12
regained
kilometers, maybe a bit
contact
more,
on Sierra
between
2, bearing
us and their
133.
projected path.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
I'd like to
2,
dash out a little
last
bit further
bearing
in front for now.
131. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 117. Contact is in the baffles.
Okay, let's start to drop dipping sonar out here and out here now. Let's see. Start going this way
Come left to 211,
and
helm.
slow it down.
Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I was worried there for a minute. I heard the helicopter, but we're not actually where the helicopter was. Can we deploy the tow array at 15 knots? Looks like it, yeah. Right, start building a picture here, shall we?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 116. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
Really?
1,
How do we manage
last
that?
Bearing 126. Contact
Back and it's
faded.
gone again. Maybe it's ships crossing in front of each other that's causing the problem now,
Con
actually.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 125.
Struggling to get a good fix on the
Con
Kiev
sonar
right
lost
now, and it's in the
contact.
middle of this
Sierra
formation,
1,
so
last bearing 1,
that might make
2,
sense.
5. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 124.
Right now, the only one we've got a good look at is these two at the back here.
On Sierra 1, bearing 122.
Wow, has the Kiev really changed course that much?
Con sonar regained contact.
Where is it
on
going?
Sierra 1, bearing 1.
Come left to 179, helm aye.
Con
Doesn't
sonar
seem quite right
regained
there.
contact
But
on
maybe
Sierra
maybe
6,
they're headed this way
bearing
now.
116.
Building that solution better and better and
Con
better.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 115.
There it is.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Make turns for 0 knots.
All
Maneuvering
stop,
aye.
folks. All stop. Actually, no. 1 knot ahead, because I think that allows us to keep the towed array out.
Make turns for 1 knots. Maneuvering aye.
There you are,
Con
Mr.
sonar
Kiev.
regained contact on
Hello.
Sierra 1, bearing 112.
We're missing from this picture right now the Udaloy and the Cresta 2. We're not sure exactly where they are still. But there's the Kiev. Zigging back this way. I forget whether Zig is left or Zag is left. I forget which way around that's supposed to be. But hey, he's going back this way.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 1 knots.
Well within effective range now. But let's continue to sit here and wait for a while. Continue monitoring the sense comparison to sort of get an idea of how close we can cut this. Oh yeah, and dipping sonar is certainly happening. Hello. The little depth charge symbol there, but I don't know what that's about. Hello? You can't possibly be that close, can you? I certainly hope not.
Con sonar new contact bearing 128.
What?
Designated Sierra 9.
What the hell are you? It's not a sub, is it? It's possible to tell at this range. I don't think so, though. Well, there may be. Might be another trawler, honestly. If I was feeling cheeky, I could get up there to periscope depth, poke the periscope out of the water and have a look. Try and hit it all up with a laser designator, but I am not feeling that brave today, I'm afraid. You a trawler? What are you? We just don't know, do we? Might be a merchant. Who knows? Wherever it is, it's pretty far away by the looks of this waterfall display here. Guys, can we please try and keep a closer track of the Kiev? I really need to know where it is. Don't make me use the periscope. The fact that I can only fire 3 tigerfish here is just killing me. I'd like to be able to fire like 20 torpedoes with this slot. Is it really going that way? What in God's name does it think it's doing? Escorts? I don't need no stinking escorts.
Come left to 138. Helm aye.
Just trying to narrow my profile on towards these guys right now. -5 active. -13. Yeah. Starting to get into might figure out where we are pretty soon territory. That Kiev though, what is it doing? It's leaving its formation for some mad reason. Sierra 9, you're beginning to worry me. What exactly are you? You're not a submarine, is it? No. Well, not any of the ones I've seen so far anyway. A Victor 1? No. I think
Con,
it's a Victor
helm,
2.
steady course.
It's not a Victor 3, but I think it's a Victor 2. Oh boy. Well, that's a good thing. Honestly, like the difference between them is you set 80 torpedoes on a towed array. The Victor 2 doesn't have it. I think they have a sub.
9 is classified as
Indeed they do. Look at how quickly the solution jumped there as soon as I identified it. They have a Victor 2 floating around down there as well. Oh boy. So he has set 65 3s and test 71 Ms. Neither of which can touch me as long as I stay nice and low. Make sure all these are set for surface ships. I don't want to accidentally sink the Victor when I mean to sink a surface ship. That would be silly. It's good to know what he is and where he is, because there's a good chance he'll be able to hear us a lot easier than the others. Well, at least when it comes to passive. On the active, on the other hand, oh boy, that Oodaloi is beginning to worry me. Has to get a plus 10 before they know where we are, but it is creeping up there, isn't it? I reckon maybe by the time he gets to here, who knows? Sovereign Many we don't need to worry about. His sensors are apparently rubbish. Kara's headed that way. The Victor we probably don't need to worry about. Nobody else, really. I guess the Kiev itself. If he wants to come towards me, I guess that's fine. It's the Oodaloi I'm worried about. I'm worried about him ruining the surprise before I'm ready. If you see what I mean. Also, don't want to let these guys get too close, otherwise I'm going to get RBU'd to death. Okay, what is... Like, I'm getting the depth charge symbol, but it only appears briefly. I don't know what that is supposed to signify when it does that, because they're obviously not dropping them. Bonjour, Mr. Oodaloi. You are giving me the heebie-jeebies right now, man.
Come right to 160 helm I.
Narrow our profile towards him. Maybe that'll do the trick. Yeah, it's actually going down now. Kiev's turning back this way. Dropped behind the rest of the escorts. That seems foolish.
Helm, steady course.
What was that up there? Did you see that? That's so weird. Still remaining as quiet as we possibly... In fact, we're not remaining as quiet as we possibly can. I didn't actually rig for ultra quiet for some dumbass reason. Very clever. Okay, the Oodaloi just went to plus 25 active. Ah, Christ alive. Alright. Jigs up. Okay. The Kiev's going not the way I want it to, and this is all really bad. Is it speeding up? Of course it is. Alright, guys, here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do.
Fire control.
You're going to have just
fire control.
tiger fishes for days. Enjoy.
Fire control. We've lost the wire.
Apparently a torp is coming after me, but it... Oh, Jesus Christ. How is it still in one piece at this depth? Oh, it's not.
2 knots. Maneuvering I.
Oh, God.
Make depth 600, die by.
Right, we're going this way, and the Moss is going that way.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 16.
I'm not expecting...
Contact faded.
Is that the Moss? I better be the Moss. Yes, it is. Okay. Whew.
Make depth 600,
I was
die
turning
by.
into one of my own torpedoes. That would have been
Come left
a hilarious but terrible way to end the campaign.
Con helm steady course.
Oh, Mr. Kiev, you are a problem.
Con sonar lost contact.
How am I gonna get you?
Sierra 4, last bearing 168. Contact faded.
And the fact that there's a Victor 2 heading my way doesn't
Sierra 2,
isn't
bearing
great
1,
either.
6, 4.
Con, dive at 6,
32 knots. I mean, the thing can go as fast as I can.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2.
I'm
last bearing 1,
yeah, I don't know what happened there.
5,
The Udaloy went
contact
from not being able to hear me to its active sonar on the sense comparison jumped from like 1 to 25 within the space of a couple of seconds. The enemy lately has had a habit of really surprising me and murdering me with active sonar. Like that goddamn Tango that just jinked left and hit me with an active ping as I was coming for him. It's like he knew I was there.
Con sonar regained contact
Somehow.
on Sierra 4, bearing 1.
Even though there was no way for him to know I was there. Let's make sure these are ready for surface targets. Oh, how am I gonna do this?
Last bearing con sonar. Launch transient from.
Okay, yeah. Missiles coming in. Luckily, I'm too deep, hopefully, to be bothered by any of them.
Con sonar regained contact
500 meters
on
they can go down
Sierra
to.
4, bearing 176.
Which one? What's the Mosket? Oh yeah, that was the cruise missile. We don't need to worry about that.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 170.
P6 missiles.
Con sonar lost contact.
Yeah, that's a
Sierra
cruise missile
4,
as well.
Last bearing 178.
You have the Vuga
Contact faded.
65s, which also max depth 400.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4.
Well, we'll see if we
bearing
catch anything with the Tigerfish.
179.
I'll be surprised. It might make a few of them go evasive at least. But we need to give chase to this Kiev, basically.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Con sonar launch transient from.
Oh, everybody knows where I am.
Con, helm, steady course.
The thing, of course, we need to worry about is depth charge attacks, and we are within range for that, it looks like. So that's fun. But I gotta get past these dudes.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 174.
Looks like they're firing at the moss, which is definitely good.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 175. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 183.
Look at him speed away. He knows he's the priority target. And he's very lucky that we don't have more than one submarine here today. Imagine if we just had another Trafalgar camped out down here. Perfection that would have been. But no, we are forever alone in cold waters. Hopefully when Sea Power releases, though, that'll be a different story.
Sierra 2, bearing 177.
Made by the same developers, I believe. It's just a
Con sonar lost contact.
less of a you
Sierra
control
2,
one submarine
last
game and more of a you control a whole
177.
fleet type game.
Contact faded.
Same engine and everything, though. Same developers, just that's the idea. More of a real-time strategy game rather than a sub-sim.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Although I'm sure it'll
Sierra
use
2,
a lot of these
bearing
mechanics.
178. Con sonar
Damn
lost
you, Mr.
contact.
Kiev. We might have to give up on this one. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can get him. And if we don't, I suppose it won't be the end of the world. It just means that we'll lose some campaign points. But there are some targets that for this little Trafalgar submarine, for poor little HMS Tireless, are just going to be too tough. Unless we get the exact perfect set of ambush circumstances.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 188. Contact
It
faded.
always just comes down to the Tigerfish being too slow. It's always what it boils down to. The torpedoes are just too slow.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 9.
The Victor's firing, but the Victor is only armed with
Con
Test
sonar
71s and
regained
65s.
contact on Sierra 2 bearing.
Means we're safe from those.
2. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2 last bearing 185.
Ooh.
Contact faded.
Can you imagine if one of the air-launched torpedoes goes after the Victor? That'd be funny. One of them just went boom.
Transient from Sierra 9. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 1.
I may launch another Moss pretty soon, actually.
Come right to 117 helm I.
Try to get one that goes this way, and then actually you can set it so it goes this way and then turns right and heads that way.
Last bearing 267. Contact is in the baffles.
Or I can just send it that way, I guess.
Sierra 2.
Might be better that way.
19.
Quite limited fuel in the Moss, actually. It can't go very forever.
Launch transient from Sierra 9. Con sonar
I want to keep those escorts over there nice and occupied.
203.
Doesn't seem like any of the Tigerfish have caught anything.
It's
a bit of a shame.
194. Contact faded.
But we need to try and keep up with the Kiev, which is only doing 28 at the minute, which means we can slowly creep up on him.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra.
But mind you, he has defenses of his own. But admittedly, he won't have his tow array deployed if he's going that fast.
0.
See intercept. Those guys. Yeah, let's go that way.
16 helm I.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing.
Let's keep booking it, boys.
Regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 21.
I'm mostly just delighted that they don't have a bear with them. I think if they had a 295 bear, that would have completely ruined everything. We'd be dodging depth charges right now.
Sonar regained con sonar launch transient from Sierra 9.
Man, he's not giving up, is he? Launch all of the torpedoes.
Bearing 218. Con sonar lost contact.
How far away are we now from the Kiev?
Last bearing 210.
Still about 11 kilometers away.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing 21.
He's speeding up.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 9. Con sonar regained
He's speeding
contact
up.
on
At least he's
Sierra
fleeing
4
in the
bearing
wrong direction.
227.
Means we have more time to catch him, I guess.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing 220. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4.
I'm amazed we can still hear the Moss, honestly.
Con
Considering our
sonar
speed and
launch
whatnot.
transient From Sierra 9.
Oh, there he goes.
Con sonar
Right.
lost contact.
Now might be a good
Sierra
time to
4,
launch another.
last
So what we're going to
bearing
do here is...
2,
Whoa, not
4,
that.
Contact faded.
Back emergency.
We need to quickly slow down here. I feel like you might damage the engines in real life if you did this, but hey.
Turns for 10.
Another Moss.
Maneuvering
And this... Yeah, see, it's not got a great range on it, has it? Another Moss in this direction.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra
Off you
4
pop.
bearing 234.
There it goes. And ahead full.
turns for
Flank,
3,
whatever.
2 knots. Maneuvering I.
Con sonar lost contact.
Lose a bit of ground on the Kiev as a
Sierra
result of that,
4,
but hey.
bearing 234.
Hopefully that'll keep their escorts occupied. And that's the last of our Mosses as well, so that's...
Con maneuvering.
I hope I don't come to regret that decision, but I think it's possibly the right one.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 4. Con sonar.
I'll keep them all busy in the wrong area.
Con sonar lost
Because
contact.
bear in mind,
Sierra 4.
I do
Last
believe the
bearing
submarines have a
239.
USET-80s, so
Contact faded.
the Kiev doesn't, which is surprising, actually. I would have figured they'd given that thing the best torpedoes available, but apparently not.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 239. Contact faded.
Come left to 111 helm I.
Con sonar lost contact.
I think the problem with this blasted Kiev is it's going so fast.
Contact
I'm going to need to be virtually on top of it when I fire. in order to actually have a chance of
Con sonar regained
actually getting a hit on it.
Sierra 4, bearing
I have 1 harpoon
4,
left,
3.
theoretically, but it's not going to do me a lot of good, I don't think.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 2.
There
4,
exists
4.
the wild sort of lunatic possibility of getting behind it and actually firing a Mark 8. And I'll tell you why I would even vaguely consider doing such a thing, and the reason for that is because the Mark 8 actually does 41 knots. It's faster than the Tigerfish. I mean, it only has an active range, an effective range of 6 kilometers. But it is a steam-powered burner cycle torpedo from the 1920s. But it does 41 knots. And that, in theory, could catch the Kiev. If I launch it its baffles while it's still going fast, it won't know it's there, so unless someone on the deck notices it in the distance, which they might do. It's a steam torpedo. It would leave a wake on the surface. So, yeah. I don't know. That's our nuclear option, I guess. But hopefully it won't come to that, honestly. Yeah.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra.
I think,
4,
folks,
bearing
I'm gonna
6.
come back to you if we make any progress here. Uh-oh. Hello, you. What are you doing?
Con sonar lost contact.
Hope he's not as close as he
Sierra
looked there.
4,
Looked
last
like he was
bearing
there, because
4, 7. Contact faded.
it's not showing it now, but he's got use at 80s, the sovereign money, so... Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, folks, we're back. The chase continues. However, I've noticed something of concern. The Kiev is headed for shallow waters. That's bad news for us. On the bright side, not that we can really tell very easily going at the speed we're going, it looks like an awful lot of their ships have spread out so much that, man, they're just so far away. There's nothing they can do to help. I mean, this Cresta 2, sorry, is nearly 32 kilometers away. It's ridiculous. They've really spread out. Our second Moss has disappeared off somewhere this direction. I think at this point that Kiev is without any friends. Problem is, it's still just a little over 8 kilometers in front of us. The Tigerfish has a maximum effective range of about 18 kilometers, I think. And this is one of those times, 18.3 kilometers, and this is one of those times where I really, in its active range, by the way, it's one of those times where I really wish I was better at maths, because then I could figure out actually whether or not I'd be able to get it, you know. It's the intercept point if we were keeping up with it at full speed right now, so you probably guess that the active range for the torpedo would be slightly similar, maybe a little shorter. Theoretically, I think it could do it. I think, but we'd need a one with a wire in order to get away with it. That's the thing. It's a funny thing is, honestly, if we could hit it in order to slow it down, I could finish it off with a Mark 8, which would be legendary. But the closer we get to the shallow water, the more I'm starting to think, okay, we're gonna need to do something here. So I think we're gonna give it a try. The thing is, it's gonna need to go active straight away. But it needs to keep the wire, which is a big ask for obvious reasons. Problem is, if it doesn't keep the wire, it's gonna just wiggle, and it'll never catch it. So, Christ on a bike, right? It's not great, is it?
Maneuver guide.
So we need to slow down in order to be able to fire.
Make turns for 1, 0, 9.
I suppose we better give this a shot, hey. Right.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Hallelujah. Okay. I'm going to set speed here. 30 knots. 32, actually. 30 knots for now. Torpedo!
30 knots. Maneuvering
You are going to go active immediately. And hopefully by some miracle you will catch the Kiev. We shall see.
Con sonar
It
lost contact.
doesn't
Sierra
really need
4,
to...
last bearing 255.
Bruh! I didn't need that. That's useless now. It's never going to get him on the surface. What the hell happened? Oh, is it because I sped up? It's because I sped up.
Make turns for
Fucking
0 knots. Maneuvering up.
moron. Idiot. Complete and utter buffoon.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Keep the wire, keep the wire, keep the wire.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Alright. Go on, son. Make me proud.
Con sonar lost
Let's
contact.
get you up towards the surface and out of the
4,
way.
Last bearing 255. Contact faded.
I am a blithering idiot. Ugh. Yeah, I need this up on the surface in case we lose the cable for some reason. So it won't end up like this one.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 255.
Alright, torpedo, go forth!
Sierra 4, last bearing
And
255.
poke that Kiev in the arse.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing
Bloody better ads, because we're losing ground on it now.
Con sonar.
On the bright side, I can deploy my towed array at this speed.
Sonar lost contact.
Get a picture of what's going on out here.
Last bearing 254. Contact faded.
Come
Con
on,
sonar
torpedo.
regained
Come on.
contact on Sierra 4, bearing 254. Con sonar
I don't know if this is going to do it, honestly. I feel like this aiming point thing might be all completely wrong. 9 minutes to run. Sometimes I wish I could up the time compression even further, honestly.
253. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra
If this
4,
torpedo
bearing
does not get him, I think
253.
it's going to be mission failed. I think we're going to have to just get out of here.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 252.
I don't really want to chase him into shallower waters, you know.
Regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 252. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4.
I'm a little annoyed about
last
losing
bearing
that wire back there, actually.
252. Contact
Because
faded.
going fast is one thing, but going fast in the same direction of the cable, I feel like shouldn't matter quite so much, because in relative terms, it'll just be like the torpedo slowed down.
Con sonar regained contact on
Oh, what?
Sierra 4.
I think it just exploded. I think it ran out of fuel.
251.
I think the effective range calculation thing, whatever, there was totally wrong. And that's all she wrote.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing
She's so far away now
251.
that we can actually leave combat. Rats. Does it have missile defenses? Yeah, of course it does. Anti-missile defense, yeah. Could give it a go.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra
What do we have to
4,
lose at this
last
point? Well,
bearing
our lives,
251.
our submarine.
Contact faded.
We've got nothing else going for us, though, so I might have to give it a go, I suppose.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Yeah. Launch depth, please. Maybe we'll get insanely lucky. Who knows? If I attack it from dead behind, it won't have a very good arc on its anti-missile defenses.
Contact on Sierra
But
4,
somehow I
bearing
doubt that.
250. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 250.
Oh, there it is. Launch depth.
Zero.
Let's have it pop up and go down, maybe. I don't know if that'll help. Alright, it's away.
Make turns for.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Make depth 600, dive I.
Missile away. Retract the towed array, for God's sake.
Back in
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Con maneuvering.
Don't want to
Making
damage that
turns
bloody
for.
thing again.
1.
Thank you. Alright, there we go.
Make turns for.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Alright, oh, they're launching missiles to attack, shoot down the missile. Or, wait, no. I think there's a raster of bees. There's my harpoon. But I think they fired something at it, but I think it missed. Surely they'll fire another. We can see it right there on the horizon. There's no way this harpoon's going to get him. This is just the vainest hope in history. Not a chance. Get closer, and then you'll hear the brrrr as the anti-missile guns spool up, and then they'll kill it. Has been firing some missiles at it. Oh, yep, it's firing more stuff. Probably shoot some flares off. Oh, what are you doing? Missile, what are you doing? You were perfect. This is the end here, because I told it to pop up. If it had gone straight ahead... Yep, brr, 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 there come the things, and... What?!
2 knots.
You know, I think the missile there, for a second, got shot at by the guns, but I think it was so close it doesn't matter. It's been damaged. Obviously it's been hit, you can see it's on fire. Does that mean it's going to slow down, though? Oh, God! Oh, okay. Maybe all is not yet lost.
Right to 108, helm I.
Now I need to watch. I need to see see its speed. 29, 28, 27. I think it's damaged. I think it's slowing down. Guys, we might be in with a win here. We're still not over, is it? It's still hardly defenseless, this bloody thing. And the enemy very much, absolutely, definitely knows where we are. They've fired missiles at us and everything. And the Kiev is now in shallower water as well. Oh boy. It ain't over yet. There's every chance they might actually get us still. But it slowed down. It's doing 25 knots. We've damaged it enough to slow it down. I really would have liked to immobilize it completely, but... Ay caramba. Don't give me hope. Now would have been a good time to have a moss, honestly. Oh well. They were able to fire missiles at me, but of course missiles have loads of range.
Lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 229. Contact faded.
You can fire probably a raster B from ages away. What's the range on one of those things? Out of curiosity. Let's find someone who's got a raster B on board. Or Vugas even. Range 33 kilometers. Yeah, you could launch those things from a while away. Vortipads 50 kilometers. Raster B 90 kilometers. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So helicopter. He's going away with his dipping sonar. He's definitely something we want to worry about. Although that was about 16 kilometers away, that dipping sonar. So. It must have taken them a while to get there. That buoy is over 16 kilometers away. We still have a green light down here, which is usually a good sign, so... I'm amazed. I can't believe that missile actually got him. Imagine if we'd had 2 harpoons. That would have done him in, wouldn't it? I think we just got insanely lucky. I mean, there are twice or possibly 3 times they tried to get it with some sort of anti-missile missile. I'm sure there's a better name for those. I know that the British versions are called, they're like the Sea Dart and Sea Cat or whatever. They tried to take it down with those like twice and they failed. And then the guns that they used didn't work either. The close-in weapon systems didn't work either. I can't. That little harpoon seriously beat the odds there.
Sierra 3, last bearing 220. Contact faded.
Alright guys, I'm gonna keep chasing him. I'll be right back. Folks, it's been years. It's been years, it's been centuries, it's been millennia. Species of animal have gone extinct, new ones have come into existence, continents have shifted, planets have moved in their alignments around the sun, the universe has expanded, contracted, and given birth in a new Big Bang, which has led to a very, very similar, very identical Earth being formed. And upon that very identical Earth sits a very identical Sorcerer Dave with a tremendous sense of deja vu as he has finally caught up with the Kiev. Almost. You reckon that's close enough? I reckon that might be close enough. I got a load of Mark 8. That's how much dignity I feel I owe this stupid carrier. We're getting to the point where I'm starting to feel a little indignant because we're so close to the Norwegian coast now. I'm a little bit annoyed that the Norwegian Air Force hasn't scrambled jets to sink this thing for me. But hey.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Take me to periscope depth, please.
Make depth 1, 2, dive by.
Still in this bloody thing's baffles, so it has no idea I'm here. Otherwise I'd probably be in trouble. Oh my, you are kidding? Really? It can do that? Emergency stop.
No longer cavitating.
It's firing guns at me. That's not fair. That wasn't part of the deal.
Come right to 1.
No. What are you doing?
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
All right. There's your stinking Mark 8. Enjoy it.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
And you can have one of these and all.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Naturally lost its wire, because of course it did.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how we've lost it. Periscope up.
Scope.
Hello. Well, the Mark 8's not going to get it, is it? Down scope.
Make depth 1, 2.
No, that's not what I meant. There we go. Alright, you son of a bitch. You can have one of these too. Oh, it's got a wire. Now you better not fire anything at me. Other than guns. Ooh! Should I be worried about this? This seems bad, and yet I'm not taking damage. Let's go down to 100 meters, shall we? Just to be on the safe side. Oh boy! Okay, yes. Move!
Make turns for
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
93% hull damage.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Oh boy, there goes the wire. I hope I sent it in the right direction. Oh, it looks like this one's acquired anyway. Oh, bye, Mark 8. See ya. It was like it was a nice idea, but the damn thing suddenly. I think it's because I came into periscope depth. I think it spotted me. I think someone on the deck with binoculars saw me. Which is a bit weird, because I didn't have the periscope up. I was just at periscope depth. So... I do feel a little cheated there. I think the game pulled some bullshit on me at that point, but never mind. There's no reason these tigerfish shouldn't catch it. Oh, I'm, yeah, there we go. I thought I was out of tigerfish then, but no. I'd like to get back into your baffles, sir. Me versus an aircraft carrier. It's a duel. We have made of it a duel, apparently. I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
Con sonar, no longer
Slow down a bit. I'd like to see what's happening a bit better. How many more of these screw-ups can I endure before the campaign's over, do you think? But in my defense, I had no idea. I think I had no way of knowing that was going to happen, to be completely honest. I did not know that going to periscope depth, not putting the scope up, but just simply being at periscope depth was enough for them to spot you. Even in the baffles. But apparently it was. You can see my little tigerfish disappearing off into the distance there. There he is, doing his best 25. Look at the hole we put in the side of it with the harpoon. Not bad, eh? They're coming for him. He's not dropping any noisemakers or anything. I guess maybe he doesn't have them. Not exactly designed to duel with submarines, are they? Oh wait, no, there we go. He dropped one. One of the tigerfish is going for it. The other one isn't. I think you might be a bit boned, mate, if the other one's not going to go for it. This is why it's nice to have two going after the target. There it comes. Here it comes. Go on, little tigerfish. Take out his engines, at least. There we go. I think you notice the screws starting to slow down a bit. He's on fire. The other tigerfish is coming after him now. Yeah, he's slowing down. I think we might be getting bombed again. Oh Jesus, we are.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Oh boy, the reactor's just a little bit damaged.
Lead the reactor space.
Oh god, there's a hole in the side, a proper one. That's not good. At least on the bright side, we're only about 10 feet away from Norway.
2, 3.
Passing 300 feet.
Alright, don't have any flooding, which is good. So, damage control teams, you get to work on that. Meanwhile, I shall sit here and pray that this tigerfish does the job. I mean, nothing stopped me from launching another one, admittedly. Just to make sure we get this done.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 4, 4.
Just set for surface. No, it's not. What's our speed? 3 knots.
Shoot 2-1.
Have at it.
Aye, sir. On. Reactor is back online.
Good! Now move!
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We got him. We got him. The extra tigerfish was not required. I didn't immediately cotton on to the fact there that having the reactor down was going to immobilize us, but yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? Okay, we can't...
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yeah, we can't disengage, presumably because of our own tigerfish. Weapons nearby, and oh, we do have flooding. Oh, that's not good.
Passing 200 feet.
Alright, get us up there. The less deep we are, the less flooding there is. Slow us down as well while we're at it.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Periscope depth, please. Ah, I do indeed have nothing left in stores except for Mark 8s now. Okay, the reactor I think is repaired. We need someone in propulsion to get rid of that flooding. There we go, pump that out. It's a little frustrating the way you have to micromanage this, but never mind. I don't want to surface, because goodness knows what could be fired at me if I do that. We're not what you'd call safe here at the moment.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Make depth 1, 2, dive I.
Yeah, we're struggling to surface a bit right now because of the flooding.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1
But it does
ready.
appear to be under control. Indeed, there it is. Hell, why not?
Upscope.
Scope up. Let's do it. There he is. There's the bastard. Ah. ESM is not showing us in detection threshold. That's nice. That would be a delightful thumbnail, wouldn't it? But it would also be a little bit of a spoiler. Might have to use it as the thumbnail for the video after this. Those aeroplanes have been remarkably well secured to the deck, haven't they? Oh, man. Ah, it feels good to see that after so much struggle.
Downscope.
Still can't leave the area. Weapons nearby. Is that my sodding tigerfish? Yeah, I think it is. If you acquire me, I'm not going to be pleased. There goes the Kiev. Doesn't have very far to sink, admittedly. Still kind of wondering why my torpedo is circling, I guess, because it acquired something and then lost it. Gotta wait for it to blow up now, I think. Well, we got it. Mostly because of the AI's incompetence, frankly. I have no idea why it decided to do what it did. Ditched all of its escorts and just legged it. And it would have gotten away with it too, admittedly, if it weren't for the fact that I got monstrously lucky with a harpoon. I mean, quite preposterously lucky, really. Although, to be honest with you, the direction it was going, it stood a good chance of beaching itself, like the Sverdlov. Oh, go on, Tigerfish, blow up, please. One time you want it to actually fail. Still getting active sonar pings from all the way out in the distance down there. Probably on their way here, actually, I'd wager. I'd like to disengage before that happens. But, my torpedo is making that a little difficult, isn't it?
Come left to 057 helm I.
I suppose if we make it off the edge of the map, we can disengage.
Con helm.
Not that I've ever tried
Steady
that
course.
before, but I assume. God damn you, Tigerfish. Oh, is that it? Finally? It is. The Udaloy, Kara, Crestatus, both the Sovremenes and the Victor II escaped, but the Kiev was sunk! And that was the mission. So, ha 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 ha! You stupid escorts. Last laugh was Captain Cook's. Systems damaged the tubes, obviously. Aside from that, not too bad. Hull's a bit scratched, of course, by which I mean it has a stonking great hole in it, but... yeah, depth charges in shallow water. We were lucky to get away with that, only as little damage as that, really. Sacklant sends my personal congratulations to Commanding Officer Edward Cook and crew for delivering this crucial blow to enemy naval forces. It is an honor to serve as your commander. We'll see to it that we, crew and all, will have a drink when Tireless hits the beach. Sacklant ends standby for further orders. You're welcome, lads. You're welcome. Constant convoys. Convoys from North America are ferrying supplies into Western Europe with minimal losses. This has been attributed to efficient cooperation among NATO naval forces and the recent destruction of several Russian surface groups which had threatened supply lines. The convoy system worked in World War I and World War II, and it still works today, a spokesman for NATO naval operations said. The sinking of Russian surface vessels will likely allow for a greater focus on anti-submarine warfare in critical areas. Western military commentators believe this to be a positive step towards providing a secure and safe transit for the merchant ship fleet. Jolly good. Return immediately to Faslane. Good, thank you. I'm low on just about everything right now, including patience. Continue on course. Right. Get me out of here. Is it just me, or is like the density of Soviet vessels on the campaign map moving around a lot lower these days? Commander Edward Cook, HMS Tireless S-88. You and your XO, that would be Owen Bradshaw, wouldn't it? You and your XO proudly send the rest of the crew ashore for some days of rest after your outstanding mission performance. The Admiral's office then invites you for a personal debrief and a toast. It'll be the good stuff. Missions accomplished 14, 38 days at war. Another capital ship under our belt. Total shunk. Already at the booze, apparently. Total shunk, or I'm turning into Sean Connery. One of the, either works. 44 ships. Total tonnage, 296. 40 tons. Very good. Our new orders. Reports indicate that Soviet diesel-electric class attack subs are attempting to mask their transit to the North Atlantic by intermixing with shipping along the Norwegian coast. A wolf pack will likely set sail within the next 7 days and attempt to transit the GI-UK gap using this route. They must be sunk before they get the opportunity to cause mayhem along the North Atlantic convoy routes. Intelligence believes the pack makers of 2 to 4 submarines want to go to Blue 47. Okay, we're hunting diesels again, everybody. Hopefully it'll go better than last time. Because last time we got sunk by a diesel. Not my finest hour, but honestly, I don't know, man. That little Tango really put up a hell of a fight. He had some really good torps. Anyway. There's going to be some long-range sniping next time, I think, if I can get behind them without being spotted. None of this closing in behind them so I can reach out and poke their hull nonsense. Right. Jolly good. Jolly good. We need to get everything repaired and ready to go, of course. I was in port 9, but also the tubes need repairing. And we need to reload. And we also need to get these stupid Mark 8s off of my submarine. Get these things off my sub. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 mosses. 1, 2, 3, 4 harpoons. And the rest is tiggers. There we go. Pop a moss in that last slot there. Right, we're all fully stocked and all systems operational. 33 hours in port. That leaves us about 5 days left, I reckon. Something like that. Give it take a bit to intercept these guys. Cast off anchors away. Pause. Save. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been an hour and 15 minutes today, apparently. It was a lot longer. Trust me. I think I spent about 30 minutes alone just chasing that Kiev off camera. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it. Ed Cook's career, despite everything, continues for now. And HMS Tireless has gotten her first capital ship. So good for the sub. Good for old Tireless, I suppose. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Toodaloo.